Hello, everybody. I
Hello.
want to try something. I was
Hi, Dan.
just, hi, Pat. Hi, Jody. I was just a moment ago, okay, working on the screen share to make sure that was all going to work fine. And I can see the document on my screen, but I'm not seeing the PDF on my tray. But I think I can see it. Let me ask you guys if you see this when I show that. You guys see
Yes,
you see the PDF?
5.4.
Yep, good.
Civil
All right, good.
service.
All right, good. So for for Jeremiah and Jody, just so we have Keith Knapp. He's joined us. Actually, he joined us a little early, which was good because I had a good conversation with him talking a little bit about process. And Melissa's also on the line. I talked to her a little bit too. Melissa's going to be our co-host. There's Keith. Say hello, Keith.
Hello.
Hey, Keith.
So we're still waiting for Corey, and we'll see who else, if anybody from the public joins us or not. The way we have it set up is this: if there's people from the public join us, we'll talk a little bit about procedure first, and then once we're done talking about procedure, then we'll recess into an executive session where we can go through the requirements and qualifications. And here comes Corey right now. So let me just get him in and we'll kind of pick it up from there. Dr. Jones, welcome. I don't know if he can hear us yet. All right, Corey, you there? Well, he may be having some audio issues. At least Corey, we see you've joined us. I don't know if you can hear us or not. There we go. We can see you now too. Can you hear us? Nope, still connecting to audio. There we go. Now we got him. Corey.
Hi, folks.
Jones, good morning.
Hi, Corey.
Hi, everyone.
All right. So what we're going to do again, just kind of rehash just a little bit. We're going to go in just moments from now. I don't see anybody from the public. We'll give them another minute or two. We'll just talk about procedure. If there's a lot of public here, then we're going to adjourn to a executive session. If there's no public, we don't really have to do that. But what we would do is I would want to stop recording when we're talking about the executive session items. Okay. Otherwise, we have a separate link. Remember, I gave everybody 2 links that we would go back to the executive session. When we're done with the executive session, we would come back into the regular session. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just talk about the qualifications, comparing the qualifications of the officer to the job description and the information that's contained in the rules and regulations. And I'll go through some of those items with you. Once we're done going through those, we'll make that recommendation as to whether he's qualified to serve as the chief of police or not. Anybody have any questions about how we're going to proceed? All right. So what I'll do is at this point, Jeremiah, since you're the chairman, I don't know if you want to call us to order, and then just if you want to turn it over to me, I'll kind of run through this formally for the record because we are recording, and then we can talk about next steps.
Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order, February 1st, 12:02 p.m. And I'll turn it over to Dan Becker to.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sensenik. So this is the time and place that we've been called together to look at the borough's request that we consider the qualifications of Sergeant Phillips, John Phillips, to determine if he's qualified to serve as the chief of police for the borough of Wyomissing. To do that,
1 L or 2 L's, Phillips?
I will tell you in a minute. I have his resume up here someplace.
I believe it's 2.
It is 2 L's.
But if you have it right in front of you, Dan.
Yep, I do.
I
do
believe
indeed.
it's 2.
In fact, I will pull that up as we're talking here.
That would be the assumption. Just I'm not jotting it down. So.
Yeah. So you can see right there, it's John Phillips, 2 L's, and there's a brief snapshot of his resume. We'll talk about that a little bit further down the road. All right. So going back to then the process, what we'll do is, I guess actually before we begin, we should make sure that we introduce everybody and take a roll call. So what I'll do is I'll ask for a roll call. The chairman of the board, Mr. Sensitive, please signify by saying here.
Here.
Dr. Jones,
Here.
Ms. Menning,
Here.
and Mr. Neff.
Here.
Mr. Neff, for the board, for the commission, all those who don't know, Mr. Neff is the alternate. And I think this is the first time we're seeing him. Borough appointed him as alternate, so we can say hello to him and thank you for joining this austere group. We also have present for the record, we have Pat Brandenburg. Pat is the borough manager. He's here as well to help answer any questions we may have. And we also have Melissa Miller. She's assisting with running the meeting and making sure we have, that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing with the meeting and the Zoom call. All right, so going back to the process. So at this point in time, we have to consider the application or the request from the borough to determine whether the John Phillips is qualified for the position of chief. We've circulated the various documents and information, including the Borough Civil Service Commission regulations, John Phillips' resume, a copy of the job description for the chief, as well as his personnel training record. And I think that you guys probably all have had the opportunity to review those documents. So I don't see anybody else from the public joining us. So at this time, what I would like to do, if everybody's okay, would be to go into an executive session. So I would need a motion to take us into an executive session and recess the regular meeting, and we'll reconvene that in a few minutes. But since there's no one else here, well, we can do that just without changing links. If somebody else attempts to join us, it might be a little disruptive, but we'll have to talk about that if that happens, okay?
I'll
Everybody
make a
follow
motion
what's going on?
to move the meeting to executive session. Dan.
Thank you. Is there a
Do I
second?
hear a second?
Second.
All right, so we are now going to adjourn into the executive session. Melissa, if you can stop the recording.
This is the Civil Service Commission. We're reconvening our meeting at 12:12 on February 1st. We've discussed the qualifications of Sergeant John Phillips' promotion to Chief of Police, why missing, and do I hear a motion to approve his promotion?
Make that motion, Jeremiah.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Right, I think that's it. We have the recommendation and qualification for John Phillips as to be applied as the Chief of Police. Are there any other questions or business to come before the board today?
Dan, on behalf of the
Congratulations
borough,
to
I'd just
John.
like to, I'm sorry, Dan, on behalf of the borough, we'd just like to thank the commission for their time and their support for the borough.
Okay, Mr. Sensitive, I think we need one more motion to adjourn.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, well, thank you guys very much. Appreciate your time, and we stand adjourned.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Goodbye now. By the way, I'll prepare a letter to get out to get it signed I'll probably ask you, Jeremiah, to sign it, and we'll send it over to the borough, okay? With our
Okay.
recommendation. All right?
Got
Thanks,
it.
folks. Have a great
Thank you,
day.
guys.
I can
Appreciate
do
your
that
time.
electronically. I can do it all electronically if you want, or I can.
Yeah, we'll
whatever
do,
you want.
yes, we'll just email it to you, Jeremiah, and then you can just email it back to us, and we'll have it signed, and we'll get it over to council. Okay?
Got it.
Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Thanks.
Yep, goodbye.
Have a good day.
Yep, goodbye.